Palmen Motorradsport here with Twan Smits.
Hi everyone.
2026 season, MOTO Superbike with Yamaha Team Apreco. What's your goal for this season?
To be honest, it's difficult to set a goal because the riders that are new in the class and everything changing in the class always is difficult to set a real target. But yeah, I'd say to go for top 5 would be good for us.
Top 5 would be a good goal already. And this in your second season on 1000cc. 2025 was pretty intense for you, wasn't it?
But yeah, it was a difficult season. Was a lot of work and in the end very slow progress. But at the end of the year, with the World Superbike testing, we found quite a bit of speed and we carried it into this year as well. So that's a very positive thing, and now we're building on it.
You built some experience also in this category for the 2026 season that started for you not here in Euromoto but in Assen with a wildcard in World Superbike with so many people also on the grandstands. How was it?
Yeah, this was the crazy part. With all the people around, it was something different for me and hopefully something I can get used to. But it was impressive. There was a lot of people there and I enjoyed it so much with all the fans around, even in the paddock, to walk around and everywhere is people that know you. It's, for me, it's a new thing, but it was really incredible. It was really nice.
And the weekend, how was it in terms of results?
It was difficult, yeah. In the beginning, on the Friday, we made a crash, and in the end, already there, we had some problems with the bike to repair it and to continue in the same way that we did. In general, the speed was always there. The speed was always there. It was a good base that we were building on, but because of one crash and then another crash on Saturday morning, everything kind of went wrong from there on out, and it was more of a matter to survive than to really ride for speed, and that really compromised our weekend, unfortunately.
Hopefully you will have more in the future in World Superbike. But last year, now going back to 2025, you also raced in Endurance World Championship, and you raced in Suzuka as well, a Suzuka 8 hours, which we know it's a very important race for every rider. Tell us about the season you had in Endurance World Championship and also more in particular about Suzuka.
Yeah, Suzuka was of course incredible, was super special. I was never even to Japan before, so this alone was already really incredible. It was a really strange experience, but really nice. The temperatures were completely crazy there. It was, I don't know, at some point like 40 degrees, 40 plus degrees, which is absurd. And to ride at that point it's like riding on something that's boiling hot, you know. You have no fresh air whatsoever and it's difficult to keep concentration. Also with the long stints, like you're riding for 50 to 1 hour, 50 minutes to 1 hour, which is crazy with this heat, and it was honestly one of the most brutal experiences in racing in my life. And also while there I had a pretty big crash in turn 1 in going into the wall and everything. So in general, was a very tough weekend for me physically and also mentally. Was a very difficult weekend. But to even finish the race was really special. Was really nice. And also there the grandstands were completely filled. Also with a lot of Yamaha fans. And yeah, of course the atmosphere is so nice. And to finish it was the best moment.
The experience in Endurance, how did you like it?
Yeah, it's a different kind of riding for me personally. I enjoy it a lot because for me it's more riding with real pleasure, you know. There's less pressure to perform every single lap at the best that you can do, like in these sprint races. And yeah, you have to get used to it. It's completely different, but in the end, it's a different category of racing for me, and I really enjoy it there. It's just more for enjoying for me. Like I'm really enjoying to ride there and to see all the other riders, and also the atmosphere with the team is always nice. So yeah, for this, it's just always nice to go to Endurance.
With whom you raced in Endurance last year?
Last year was with Motobox Racing with Sheridan Moret and Danny Rubin. And this was, yeah, it was nice. It was a good experience.
And now the goal for the future, Twan.
Yeah, that's difficult to say. Yeah? Of course, my personal dream is to eventually go to World Superbike. That has to be the big dream. This is difficult, you know. This is a long story, and will take a lot of time to even get there. But we just need to continue making small steps, and let's see how far we can get.
And in conclusion, Twan, if you want to say something to the people following Palmen Motorradsport.
Hi everyone, nice to have you, and thank you for listening. Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Thank you, and my pleasure to interview you, Twan, and all the best for this season and for everything that comes in your path in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ciao.